So I woke up today, and I got on my computer, and I decided to look at the stories while listening to my favorite videos. Now, as you can imagine, I did not expect to see this. Me Too has finally killed a man. Now, this is a serious topic. I don't feel very whimsical today, so I'm just gonna get right into it. Zoe Quinn made false allegations against a Mr. Alec Holowka. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I apologize if I'm not. Got him fired from his job. And shortly after, Mr. Alec, took his own life. Now, Zoe Quinn is a liar. This is proven. She lied about Gamergate. Isn't she the exact one who slept with game developers to get good reviews for her game? And then when she was exposed, she said, "Oh, it's Gamergate, they're harassing me." Zoe Quinn is a liar. She's a liar and a con artist. She's not a real games dev. Her work sucks, which is why she had to sleep with people to get good reviews. She is unethical. She is a liar. And she is not nearly attractive enough to be Me Too'd. Now, Me Too has claimed many innocent victims with false allegations, but this is the first man to be killed. I'm going to read this tweet, and I'm going to read the text involved, and then we're going to look into the story of how Zoe Quinn killed a man and has blood on her hands. Despicable. So despicable, I'm having trouble finding the words to truly describe what a monster she is. What a piece of garbage she is. What her lies have finally wrought. Eileen Mary Holowka says, Alec Holowka, my brother and best friend, passed away this morning. Those who know me will know that I believe survivors and I have always done everything I can to support survivors, those suffering from mental illnesses, and those with chronic illness. Alec was a victim of abuse, and he also spent a lifetime battling mood and personality disorders. I will not pretend that he was not also responsible for causing harm, but deep down he was a person who wanted only to offer people care and kindness. It took him a while to figure out how. Over the last few years, with therapy and medication, Alec became a new person, the same person he'd always been without any of the darkness. He was calm and happy, positive and loving. Obviously, change is a slow process and it wasn't perfect, but he's working towards rehabilitation and a better life. In the last few days, he was supported by many Manitoba crisis services, and I want to thank everyone for their support. I want to thank Adam Saltzman for staying up late, talking with us, and reminding Alec that there was a future. My family has and always will be the most important thing to me. Please give us time to heal. We tried our best to support Alec, but in the end, he felt he had lost too much. I currently do not see a place for myself in games or on Twitter. I will not be looking at responses to this post. I appreciate everyone who has reached out to me over the last few days. For anyone who is in this time of darkness, I encourage you to reach out for support. There are always people who will be there for you. Now, I find it surprising that this woman, I don't know if it's because she's a feminist, does not mention Zoe Quinn and what she did, and how she lied, and how she caused this man's death. Not only got him fired, not only got him harassed, led him to his death. Zoe Quinn is guilty. We already have assholes in the replies talking shit. However, most people are reacting rationally. JR says, Zoe Quinn needs to face some kind of criminal charges for this. It's driving someone to suicide. Not only that, they're 100% false allegations. Zoe Quinn is a liar. She always has been. Matter of Fact says, my heartfelt condolences. This is what happens because the outrage crowd doesn't care about the effects of their harassment. Tragic. Ivan says, God, I don't think anyone wanted it to end like this. I am sorry for your loss. Hope it highlights how rehabilitation is the only right option as opposed to punishment. Not a Crew says, it's what happens with witch hunts. The vulnerable ones are the most unprotected. Pre-infection says the mob prefers this outcome to none at all, whenever it manifests. Just because they regret it after the fact doesn't mean a legitimate lust for blood was non-existent. Veclav Lasina says, all it took was an allegation from a notorious liar. I hope it doesn't end here with a punishment thing. Yeah, Zoe Quinn should be sued. She should be disparaged. She should be something. She needs to face consequences for her actions. She's always lying. She's always twisting the truth. She's a con artist, like a lot of those people are. They make me sick. They're disgusting. I hope they suffer for what they've done. I wish them nothing but the worst. Cherno says, Zoe Quinn should be arrested for manslaughter. Now, this is definitely her fault. There's no other way to paint it. Not in the Woods studio cuts ties with designer after abuse allegations. Indie developer Zoe Quinn alleges assault and abuse from a developer, Alec Holowka. This story came out August 29th. News of Alec's death came out today. August 31st. So he got fired from his job. He was a game developer. She made false accusations. False accusations. And the man is now gone. I bet she has no goddamn remorse. She's a chronic liar. She's a pathological liar. She has no place in the games industry. She's a sick person. It looks like people are finally calling her out, so that's good news at least. Now, away from her, despicable wench. On Wednesday, the other developers behind Night in the Woods said they were cutting ties with Holowka and canceling an in-development project, among other changes to the studio. So, Holowka was someone who struggled his entire life. He was working what is basically a dream job as a game dev, or at least one of the developers, and he got fired. She ruined his life. She made a false accusation. There's no way in hell that the girl who cried wolf told the truth in the end, because she's been lying her entire career. And one day, it will bite her in the ass. Now, I've seen Zoe Quinn. I've seen plenty of her. And I can tell you right now, there's nothing there worth risking your entire career for. I do not believe that Alec would have any desire whatsoever to touch her in any manner whatsoever. She is not desirable. Here in the comment section of even this article, Good Citizen 1984 says, innocent until proven, fair trial, due process. All of these concepts are outdated, and the mob mentality from Twitter is now the new judge. Yeah. It's like Black Mirror or that episode of, what was it called? The Star Trek show, the modern one, but it's not Star Trek. Social media decides judge, court, and jury. It's so stupid. Mobs don't know anything, and they're gullible. They follow the outrage, not knowing what they're doing. This is sick. I hate these people. I hate these people who enable this behavior, who enable liars, who cause all this suffering. I will tell the truth. I will talk out against these monsters. These monsters who think it's okay to harass people because of allegations with no evidence, no proof, nothing. These people are sick. These people are liars. These people are all disgusting human beings. Me Too has claimed its first victim. A man is finally dead because of false accusations. So what are we to do? Avoid women. Avoid them at any and all costs. Make them suffer by giving them zero attention and zero consideration. Don't hire women. You won't have to deal with this, with false allegations, if you don't hire them either. Me Too will have repercussions. So maybe people like Zoe Quinn won't be charged with the crime that she definitely deserves. But maybe, just maybe, no one will ever hire her again because she has a history of lying and making false accusations. And any man who would hire Zoe Quinn would be stupid to put himself at risk. In fact, every single one of these Me Too people, do you really want to be the man that hires someone who made false allegations in the past and will most likely do so again? I think the answer is simple, no. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? What do you think about Me Too? What do you think about Alec Holowka? What do you think about this entire mess? Zoe Quinn has blood on her hands, as far as I'm concerned, and 99% she's a liar. It's honestly 100%. False allegations, zero evidence, cost him his job. He had mental health problems, this pushed him over the edge. He was probably harassed. She needs to suffer consequences for this. That's just my opinion. Let me know yours. If you want to support the channel, all links are in the description. I want to thank everyone who's joined on Patreon and Subscribestar, and for everyone who's been sharing my videos on social media. This is terrible. I'd better go before I rage. As always, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.